you touched on are just the storytelling aspect of it. Is that you can tell a great story that requires more than 60 to 90 seconds of watch time to tell, because then you can build up a more authentic sort of sales pitch, so to speak. And it's just these different personas. Also, it's just like one was like a race car driver, and they're going to like I was a construction person, something like that. So like different, if you have different personas for your product, you can target different types of people sharing their journeys of evolution. So it seems like for any product that's not like a quick selling, which is most products are not, like impulse buys, you need to educate. Like I saw somebody who was like beef organ supplements. I think that was Heart and Soil. If you need to educate people on what your thing does, then I think YouTube is a better platform to focus on, or at least needs to be in your stack of platforms, because you get that storytelling aspect. You get to target all these different personas and their own different unique stories that they can share, which is tough to do in a reel or a story context just because of the format. Am I understanding correctly?
Yeah, 100%. And if I think about the creators that I've got most affiliation to, it's because they either tell stories that I just enjoy and then I become like endeared to them, or the other side is like I just see myself as quite like them. So, there's a guy that does fantasy football tips, and I
Mm,
really have to beat my friend Barney. Like I've got
mm.
to beat him this year.
Yeah.
I missed out last
Yep.
year, so I watch his tips, but he also like talks about other random things that he does, and I buy them.
Yeah.
Because he's like just like me. He's a
Yeah.
guy sat there behind his computer doing something nerdy, and it's like, okay, like this is what I want to do, and like they tell stories that make you feel like you're a part of that, and it's
Yep.
like, okay, yeah, I get that. So
Yeah.
I saw a beautiful one with AG, one that I didn't share there, but just a lady who does like gardening. She gets about 30,000 views on each video. Her son's sometimes integrated, not with the partner anymore, and has like quite a challenging time. And people just identify with the fact that she's having a challenging time trying to raise a son on her own and doing these
Mm,
different things and still out there with her gardening, giving it a go.
mm.
So like other people just trying to get by, how to do things. And it's not so much maybe like the gardening that they're bonded into, it's this experience. And she says
Yeah.
like, I use AG1 because this helps me get through the day. Like I've got, this healthy drink here that helps me with my meals and make sure I'm taking all of the right things. And so,
Mm.
I really appreciate that they've reached out, that they've sponsored my channel. I'm so thankful they give me another opportunity to earn. And you're like, wow, this is amazing. Like, please let me buy from
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. No,
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
but as you say, I think there are then challenges with YouTube is that takes more planning and scripting time. So if you need to get something out in 2 to 3 days, like YouTube isn't your place for it.
Mm,
Whilst there are creators in potentially like tech spaces,
mm,
and fintech especially, that the the commission on a sale is quite high, that you might get an affiliate only,
mm,
because what someone will do is they'll potentially walk through an entire tech stack,
mm,
like how to make a YouTube channel, how to get 10,000 views. They'll walk you through the 10 tech stack, and if they've got 7 items on there, they'll promote those for
mm,
free, basically
mm,
saying this is what they do.
mm.
But most of the time, because someone's put in their community and the work that they've done and the value that they bring to that audience, like partly at risk, but also giving you that opportunity to speak to them. The affiliate only deal doesn't really work
Mm,
on YouTube, and actually can be like quite a bad place to start from.
mm,
And not always what you want to do anyway. Like sometimes you do just want to build like a bit of brand recognition in a certain area and get people to like be more familiar with your product and know that this problem that it solves exists, or something that you can do for them is different.
mm,
And then when you speak to them, generally, and I speak to a lot of people about this, is that they will be stronger willed in the storytelling
mm.
and what that should look like, and having the space to build the episode and build the message around the sponsorship is something that they'll take great pride in. Now, that
Mm,
is an individual thing to people. I can't say that means that every YouTuber will be like that, but
mm.
generally they'll want more time, more space, and payment plus affiliate in order to do it. And that is frustrating sometimes, because
Yeah.
sometimes it's taken us like more than 2 or 3 months to get a video out from
Mm,
someone.
mm,
And for us, they don't even have they sit behind a computer and show
mm,
what we're
mm.
doing.
Yeah.
So it can be a painful sometimes, but I think that when you get it right, you build it over that long period of time with people that are deeply entrenched in a community,
Hmm.
will buy from that person. And I just, with the other part, you just have more longevity with it, right? It is harder to set up and get going, but once you get to it, you don't have to feel like you're running around as fast on the hamster wheel as it
Yeah.
sometimes can feel like on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, I agree. I think on the other TikTok, Instagram, it's almost like a hamster wheel of constantly seeding people and then getting mass amounts of creators versus on YouTube, even if you have a dozen or 20 or so creators, that can create a huge movement around the brand, especially if you're just kicking off. So yeah, I like that. I think